But I remember I was in the kitchen looking about the lunch for the students, and it hit me. The last time I spoke to a family member was about 10 a.m. Tuesday morning. At this time, the hurricane was freshly here.
Yeah.
And I said, no, I have to try calling. And I called, nothing. I called, nothing. I kept calling for the entire morning, nothing. And Michaela said to me that, just relax. And shared lunch and everything. And to show you how concerned I was, I did not even eat the lunch. Because I was like, no, I feel like something is wrong. Because I am not getting anybody at this point in time. I did not know what was happening. Just to get it clear, I am from the western side of the country.
Yeah.
And then we all know that the hurricane changed the direction and hit directly that side. So now you know why my concern grew.
Welcome back to the Christ Talk podcast, the podcast where we have real conversations that will keep you grounded in Him. And I'm your host, Jeraud, and I have a very special guest with me today, Miss Ariel Kellyghan, my very own college president, who is having this exciting sit down with me. We're going to talk all things leadership and validation. I have been having a series of validation on the podcast, which I think is very important because validation can be from the world as well as from God, but only one validation really counts, and that is the validation from God. And I just hope that as we go throughout the rest of the episode, that you will enjoy it and the conversations that we will have will inspire you. Yes.
I hope I will enjoy it, and I'm very happy. Thank you for having me. This is a first for me, even after all my public speaking gigs. It's my first sit down interview, just being in this space. But I must say, Jerry, I thought you were going to say your very own friend. Am I just your college president?
No, I left with that part. Yes.
But thank you for having me.
Thank you for saying yes.
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 So ready?
Ready.
Let's go.
All right. So the topic that our focus is the weight of the chair, power, pressure, and validation. We're focusing specifically on leadership because that is something that God has designed for a purpose. Organizations or companies or any form of movement cannot function without leaders. But I think a lot of times leaders are overlooked. Sometimes I think they face, because I have experiences with my family who have been involved in some form of leadership or another. And I'm being behind the scenes, I realize the struggles that they go through. But society paints a picture that leaders have it all figured out. But
I agree.
you're going behind the scenes and finding out what leadership is like for you.
What leadership is like for me. I take whatever role I'm given or whatever responsibilities I'm given, I take it to heart.
Yeah.
I try my very best to do my very best. And being a leader, oftentimes you forget self. You forget self, and everything now becomes about the people that you're serving, the people you are leading. And as you so rightfully mentioned, that when you're a leader, people on the outside just forget that there is a person behind the position, and they just, they automatically just block out what you have to do and how you have to get it done. But for me, I think I am a very strong person, and I think that is what has guided me to my success so far. And some days you just have to just shut it out, shut it all out, shut off, and find yourself. Because I always say that if you are not doing okay, you cannot serve. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So if I am not full, I cannot serve you. Because we're now in a position for chaos. Because frustration comes into play, emotions might come into play, and then it starts a whirlwind of things, and that is the last thing that you want to encounter as a leader. So for me, as I said earlier, sometimes I just shut off, shut out, and pour into me. And I pour into me, then I can pour into you.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
As you touched on the point that leaders cannot pour from an empty cup, this podcast it started with just myself and Tony me.
Yes,
But
I
now
remember.
is that it has expanded where it's now 7 of us.
Oh, that's
But
good.
we're slowly but surely working on getting the other members in the daily functioning of the podcast. But in due time, they will be announced on the page and their roles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But during this summer, I remember Tony May was saying to me that I need to take some time for myself too, because there was a particular point I realized I was so burnt out that whenever I said I was going to record, I just couldn't record because I was just because the podcast is
so
new.
Much going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wasn't taking any risk because I'm saying, okay, I want to get this off the ground and up. And I think when you're starting something new, you have to really go hard at it so that people can know that you're serious about what you're doing.
About it. I agree with that.
But we just have to do things in moderation and take some time off too. But don't take too much time off where you don't want to get back to function.
And as you make mention just know that when you're doing things, you have to do it in moderation and not do everything all at once.
Yeah.
That I can attest to, because I realize that being in my position, I have a list of things that, oh, this is what I want to do. This, even prime example, coming into this academic year, my team and I, we would have met over the summer break, and we would have done an action plan for the academic year, and we had it all planned out, all figured out, and we're like, yes, this is what I'm going to do this year. This is what I'm going to do this semester. These are the plans for the second semester. But then sometimes you're planning, but you don't know what the future holds. We did not know that half of our semester would have been wiped away because of a Category 5 hurricane. Understand? So I realize now that, yes, plan, but not everything. Understand? As you said, moderation. September, let's do this. October, let's do this. And we do it a little at a time. And then if we do things in moderation, then also we won't suffer from burnout, as you said you're suffering from. So yeah.
Sure. But I don't know if you want to share, but on the same note of the hurricane, How was that experience like for you?
Uh, from a leadership perspective or from a personal perspective,
Right.
because in my chair I have two perspectives,
Okay.
for the category 5 for the hurricane that we experienced. So which one you want?
You want to do
Both?
both?
ah, that it's a touchy situation.
Yeah.
But I remember when we were told that we would be out of school and persons were asked to leave campus.
Yeah.
I was one of the first person. I am heading home because a hurricane is coming. I want to be with my family, as anybody would want to be. And then the option was given for some of my colleagues to stay on campus. When I went to the meeting, because I didn't leave at the same time, I wanted to ensure the number that would stay, the number that would go. And I remember when I went to the meeting and I saw the number of students who said that they were going to stay. I think you were at that meeting
I was at the
also,
meeting.
yeah. And I saw the number and I realized that the number was over 80 persons. And in my head, I started to contemplate, do I stay or do I go? And it was at the very end of the session, after the list was submitted, I said, I am going to stay because majority of staff, they're going to leave campus. And only one warden will remain. We'll have our principal or other staff members coming in and out as the days go by. But we, at that time, we did not know that the hurricane was going to change its direction. We did not know that it was going to strengthen to a category 5. We did not know what was ahead of us. So I said, as the students' president, I'm going to stay. Let me, ride out the storm with them. And I was here, Jeraud. I was here. That was the Tuesday. No, the hurricane came the Tuesday. It was a Thursday. The Thursday, the Friday, everything was good. And we were good. And then the hurricane came Tuesday. Thank God it changed its direction. Well, thank God it changed its direction, but am I really thanking God? Because on the personal side now, then you would have known what had happened. And after the hurricane had ended, I remember coming out the Wednesday morning. And when I stepped out on the boulevard, I saw the mess, the leaves and everything. And I went on the dorm and I called out to the students and I said to them that we are the only ones here. I'm going to ask for, some rakes and some garbage bags and just let's clear the boulevard. There are things that are heavier than us, but let's see what we can do, just to lighten things up. And I came out and I just started working. And I remember going to Miss Ramsey, who is the college's matron. And I said to her, Miss Ramsey, I'm asking the students to volunteer their service to clean up the boulevard. But is it possible for you to provide lunch for them? At this time, there was no electricity. So the halls of residency or stoves were out of use. The college canteen, however, has gas ignition. So I said that to her and she said, all right, Ariel, I'm going to see what I can do. And Jeraud, the Wednesday morning, I was just working. But I remember I was in the kitchen looking about the lunch for the students and it hit me. The last time I spoke to a family member was about 10 a.m. Tuesday morning. At this time, the hurricane was freshly here. And I said, no, I have to try calling. And I called nothing. I kept calling for the entire morning, nothing. And Michaela said to me that, just relax. And shared lunch and everything. And to show you how concerned I was, I did not even eat the lunch. Because I was like, no, I feel like something is wrong. Because I am not getting anybody at this point in time. I did not know what was happening. Just to get it clear, I am from the western side of the country.
Yeah.
And then we all know that the hurricane changed the direction and hit directly that side. So now you know why my concern grew. And I said, I feel like I want to drive home. And Michaela again said to me, no, you can't leave right now because we don't know what the roads are like, just what you'll encounter. Let us wait and see. And I was uneasy for the entire evening. The Thursday morning, before the Thursday morning, I said to Michaela, Michaela, I'm going home tomorrow. It is a Thursday. Are you going to come with me? I'm going to just drive down and drive back up. I just want to see that they're okay. And she said to me, okay. And I said to her, I may leave early, because I don't know what the road is like. And I want to give myself enough time. So, just get there. And Thursday morning, I got up early. I got up from about 5:30. And by about 6:30, I was heading through the gate to head down. On my way down, I was just saying, God, just please, I just want to know that they're okay. I did not know what I was going home to. And long story short, when I reached, what I must say, after exiting the toll at Mommy B, because I remember when we were on the toll, I said, boy, it look like it gone bad. But after exiting the toll at Mommy B, I was like, the hurricane is here. And the further down we went, the worse it got. So just imagine by the time I got to Trelawney. And when I got to Trelawney, I was like, yup, I just want to know that they are okay. And first stop, my aunt, who is like my mother, because my mother lives overseas. Okay. I remember when I got to the house, when I entered the scheme, I started to see, roofless house. And I said, Lord Jesus. I was like, Lord, what is this? When I got to our house now, I was going through the front door and a little brother said to me, no, you have to walk around the back. Mommy's around the back. And I said, all right. When I got around there, Jeraud, all I saw, she was just squeezing a towel and she was just crying. She was just crying. And all I could do at that time was just start crying. And her first words to me were, why you come down? And I said, what you mean? I don't hear from one. And she said, I don't know what we are going to do. I don't know what we are going to do. And I said, wow. She said the entire roof was gone.
Oh, so you never went in? You never saw it?
My grandmother's entire roof was gone. And all I could do was cry. I bawled. That is all. That is the only word that I can use to describe. Because up until today, I don't know how I was feeling. I don't know how to feel today. I don't know what is my lesson from that situation. And then I came back to Kingston the night, went home, realized he lost everything. Came back to Kingston the night, took some student mishap. And I was like, Lord, how do I deal with this? I am going through so much, but I cannot turn my back on these students. And it was a lecturer at the time. I was crying. It was two lecturers, and I was just crying. They were sitting with me under the wisdom tree. And if you know me, to hear me say I was crying, you know that it is bad. And I remember the lecturer said to me, Ariel, you have to put you first. This is a situation where you have to put you first. And it was in that moment I said, you know what? It is tough love. I had to put myself first. But for a day, how long did I put myself first? For a day or two, then I was back at it, balancing, trying to balance. Jeraud, I went into a state of depression right after. Days I would not leave my room because we weren't going to school, and I was like, I just don't want to go outside, because when I go outside, you know, everybody goes, you're okay, and I'm going to say, yes, I'm okay, but I am not okay. Only my pillow knows that I am not okay, because I would cry myself to sleep. I would cry 10 o'clock at night, 2 o'clock in the morning. I just found myself crying, and I kept asking God, why me? What did I do? Why me? But then I kept reminding myself, the Lord doesn't give you more than you can carry. And it is just my season. I'm one of his strong soldiers. But I'm asking him, I'm telling you today, I'm asking him, Lord, remove me from that strong soldier list for 2026. I cannot. I don't have any more strength in me at all. But yeah, it was a rough patch, man. And in that time, I just had to balance. That's when, you know, you say, am I me or am I a leader? And you just had to merge both of them. I had to. But it was I'm still on that journey. Not fully there yet, but I am better. Better. I'm looking at the brighter days ahead. I'm looking at there are people in Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth who has it worse than me. Understand? But this too shall pass, they say.
So you think, well, you said you're into the state of depression. Are you still going through it now, or is it a little better?
It is not a little better, it is a whole lot better. I am a person like this, you know. You see, I always tell myself, if I cannot be strong for me, who is going to be strong for me? You understand? And I'm not somebody who's going to run to persons to say, oh, this is how I feel. But as I said, I started to look at brighter days. I started to look at the greener grass on the other side. And I said, you know what? This is not what the Lord wants you to do. He placed you in this position because he knows that you can do it. Don't let him down. Don't let you down. Don't let the people around you down. And I just had to just brush it off and, you know, give myself a little wash off and say, you know, ready again. And here I am today. Not 100 as I said before, but I am better. I am doing better.
And it is well.
It is well. With my soul.
You know, my mom has been saying that this hurricane came with a lot of lessons, because I think sometimes we're going too fast in life, and sometimes we have to slow down a bit.
Slow down.
Sure. So many lessons, and I just hope that everyone who has experienced it, whether not indirectly or directly, you take away the
As I learned something from it. Yeah. It came with lessons, different lessons for different people. Yeah. And everybody experience was different. So everybody's lesson will be different. And I agree that it came with lessons. And I also agree that sometimes we're going ahead of ourselves, ahead of God, ahead of what God has planned for us. So sometimes he's going to find ways to slow us down. And this may have just been one of those ways. So you know what? Stop, take a minute, and slow it down a little bit too fast. But yeah.
So the famous quote that has been ringing throughout the season was that the hurricane was man-made. What do you think?
Sure. No, like that is an honest reaction because I've seen it, but I believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
As I said to you before we began
Recording.
this episode, I said to you, I said, you remember, my faith is not as strong as
Yeah.
yours. So I may not be able to,
Yeah.
but I believe in God and I know the theory behind how a hurricane is formed.
Yeah.
I don't think I will ever or I have fallen for such
Theories.
theory or narrative.
Yeah.
No, I think it is just, it is not, it's a first of its kind based on what I am seeing. But there's a first in everything. And who knows, probably 30 years down the line, 50 years down the line, there will be something that is even worse. We just never know. It was just the time and the place for it to happen. And it came, it did what it had to do, even though some persons or a lot of people were left displaced. But as you said, it came with lessons. And we're hoping the takeaway from the impact were the life lessons.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I just want persons to just be grateful and just live a day at a time. Because I think one of the main lessons that I learned was that life is short. And I think I had to remember that last year when I lost my grandmother. I wanted to drop out of college. But my parents, you're probably going to see this now, but they never knew I had that
Thought.
intention. Yeah. But it was such a rough time. And it was rough, not only for me, but when I saw how much they were hurting, it was
And
unbearable.
you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Well, life, as I say, one day at a time,
One day.
one day at a
Yeah.
time, one day at a time, indeed. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
Which is.
So the chair that you're in is, I think, a very weighty one.
Very.
What's a strategy that you use when the days get too hard?
The days get hard. Yeah, just face it. Show up and face it. As hard as they come, hit me with it. Because, why do I say this? Because, how long can I run from it? How long can I run from a hard situation? If I don't deal with it today, I will have to deal with it tomorrow. If I put it off from tomorrow, then I'll have to deal with it the next day. And what might happen in this situation is it might get harder and harder. The longer I put it off, the harder it gets. Because, deal with it today, some add to it tomorrow. Deal with it tomorrow, something add to it the other day. So you know what? On the hard days, I put on my big girl hat and I face it. I said, hit me with it.
So, what's a typical day in your life as a college president?
Since off recently this semester, because I started serving a typical day in my life. You want a school day or a weekend day?
Can do both.
Both?
Yeah.
A typical day in my life. During the week, as you know, year 4, we're on teaching practice. I was at the Queen's High School for Girls, and I would usually get up at around 6 a.m. in the morning. 5:45. Truth be told, my alarm goes off at 5:45, and I stop it, and I get up at 6 a.m. And I get up, just lay in my bed and take a breather, for about 5 minutes. And honestly, when I'm taking that breather, I can tell you I'm on my phone. I am on my phone. I'm checking my WhatsApp or I'm checking my Instagram. But 9 out of 10 times I'm checking my WhatsApp because once I go to sleep, my phone blows up because my position, I'm always getting phone calls, I'm always getting emails, I'm always getting text messages. Sometimes I don't see them all. It's about 5 minutes, check the phone as a young person, and then I'll get up and open my windows and greet the morning with fresh, that fresh breeze. If I did not iron my uniform prior to the morning, then that is what I'll do next. Then spread my bed, comb my hair, shower, get dressed, out of the out of the house. Because even though I'm about 5 minutes or about 4 minutes from school on a regular school morning because of the horrible traffic in Kingston, I have to leave out and it takes me about 10 to 15 minutes from here to Queens.
Oh.
So I always try to leave at about 6:45 or 6:50. The latest I'll drive out is 7 a.m. But I get everything else done between that. And because I know I have such short time and I'm not waking up at 5 a.m., I try to do protective hairstyles and I try my best to iron before the morning. So in the morning, I just have to get up, do what I have to do. I'm going to tell you the truth. I started reading my daily bread earlier, but I fell off because I start to push back the wake up time 5 minutes. So the 5 minutes now. But that's a typical day. Go to school, teach, sit in the staff room, have lunch. School ends at about 2. One thing with me, school ends at 2 and at 2 or 3 I'm in my car driving out. On my way home, get here sometime by 2:20, 2:15, 2:30 the latest. And in my room, sometime when I get here, I'm just have enough time to get out of the car. I probably have to go to the vice principal's office. I have to go to the registry. I have to do something. But once I get here, I'm on the ground sorting out something. Then I may be back in my flat, probably tightening up a lesson plan, get ready for the next day, making dinner or going on the road to get dinner. And then shower, back to bed, repeat the next morning. That is it. And sounds easy saying, but it is a lot if you are actually doing it. If you realize the number of things that you actually get done in a day, it is a lot. Weekends. I am a stickler for Saturdays. I don't do anything on Saturdays.
Okay.
I'm not a Seventh Day Adventist, but I just feel like I do so much Monday through to Friday. Saturdays I just rest. I oftentimes get up at about 11 a.m., 10:30 a.m. And even if I am up, I am just up and in my bed. And I'll probably get out of the bed now at about 1. And I get out at 1, I'll probably go to a football match or just be there. Then in the evening now, I'll start working on my lesson plans for the incoming week because I realize that the day is so short that when I come from school and dealing with 45 students per class, I'm so tired, I'm drained. All I want to do is go to my bed. And I don't have the time to do lesson plans. So I take my Saturday evenings and my Sundays to do my lesson plans for the week. That is what you call being proactive. Because I don't have to worry about it in the week. And it takes time to do. So yeah, that's what I do on a Saturday. Sunday, get up, cook, lesson plans, prepare for Monday and the rest of the week. But yeah, that's about it. Nothing special or spectacular unless I'm answering calls, going to meetings. I must add that some days I have 2 to 3 meetings back to back, whether it be online, in person, leaving school to rush here to go to disciplinary committee meeting, SAE meeting. But I always, one thing, and you can attest to that, I always have a meeting. Always. Like last night, we had to reschedule
Yeah.
because it was a meeting with some students.
Okay.
Because it was in my intention to, but then I said, you know what? Let me just. I was so sorry for that. I was so sorry. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. If your day is so much, imagine mine.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Because I
Yeah.
know what you mean. Because you know, I'm the UCCF body. I serve in two posts. So that's
True.
double duty. I serve as the vice president and the PRO. And you know, the PRO office is heavy
Heavy.
because I have to be communicating with other campuses and
You have to do all of the communication and like the marketing.
yeah,
Yeah, no.
it's a lot of work. But I think once we have God, then all of these things, we can do it.
He
Yeah.
he knows that we can do it.
Yeah.
He has been guiding us, and I don't know what would I be without him? What would we be without him?
Yeah.
That's true.
Um, what is one thing that you wished you didn't have to deal with in leadership?
The disrespect.
Mm.
I was going to take some time to think about what disrespect. And I say disrespect because, as you so rightfully mentioned earlier on in the podcast, that as the outsiders looking in, you don't know what a leader has to do the things that he or she does.
Yeah.
But then you disrespect them. You don't know. And for me, that weighs heavy on me. Because I'm like, you don't even know how hard I try or how hard I am trying to benefit you. And all of this that I'm doing is going to benefit you. Not only me, it will benefit you, it will benefit all of us. And then you're disrespecting me. What if I should not do it? What if I don't do it? You understand? So the one thing I think I wish I didn't have to deal with was disrespect. It's just all. Just live peaceful.
Yeah.
One big happy family. The disrespect, Jeraud.
Yeah.
The disrespect.
But you don't regret it though.
No,
Serving in the chair that you're in.
no, I don't. I don't because it has given me opportunities. It has opened my eyes. It has caused me to tap into parts of myself that I didn't even know I had.
Yeah.
That caused me to do things that I didn't know I could have done to achieve more than I think I could do.
Yeah.
You understand? So I don't regret it. Sometimes it is hard, and I'm not going to tell you that it is easy. I'm not going to tell you, oh, it is a bed of roses. It is not. It has its pros and it has its cons. So, yeah, but I don't regret it. I would do it again if I was given the opportunity. Yes.
After you leave the post, what's one piece of advice or some advices that you would give your successor?
My successor. This is something that I have drawn from our principal. And she always said, when you go somewhere, always leave it a little better than you came and saw it. So for my successor, I want to advise you that there are going to be tough days, but on your tough days, show up. Show up and show out. On your tough days, don't break. And represent well. There's always room for improvement. There will always be naysayers. But don't listen to the noise in the market. Do not listen to the noise in the market. Go and buy your produce.
Mhm.
Spend the money that you have and do your best.
Yeah.
Ride your storm. Do what you feel is best. But in doing what you feel is best, ensure that it is also best for the people you serve,
Mhm.
people you're representing.
Yeah.
So it's not all about you. It's not a you game.
Yeah.
It is about the people you're representing. Always remember that. That is one, and I think it's a great advice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I think when you're in post, sometimes persons get complacent, but it should never be the case where we enter certain positions. It should be that we actually want to do the work and do even more.
I mean, feel like I'm a strong believer that if you take up a position, a role, then you are to carry out the responsibilities that
Yeah.
are listed with such role and have the right to vote them out in a sense. So you take them out.
Yeah.
Because if you are not going to serve,
Mhm.
then leave the post. Allow somebody who wants
Wants
to
to.
do the job to have the job.
Yeah.
Positions are not for picture framing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't have the position and, oh, I am the president, I am the vice president. What are you doing as the president? What are you doing as the vice president?
Mhm.
That is how I see it. I'm a
Yeah.
firm believer in that. If it is even me, you don't feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, ask me to leave. With
Mhm.
all pleasure. Ask me to
Yeah. So you have one semester left of college. What
leave. That's my
what's next?
favorite sentence for the entire podcast so that we're wrapping up. That is my favorite line. I have one semester left
Yeah.
here. Yes.
What's
What
what's next?
what's next?
Mm.
I'm going in the classroom. I enjoy it. I love it. Some of my colleagues are like, oh no. But it is hard. But I'm a leader, and as I said before, on your hard days show up.
Yeah.
And this is what we're trained to do. And I love making an impact. I love
Mhm.
the fact that I have the opportunity to change the narrative
Mhm.
of the next generation,
Yeah.
to have them know that it doesn't always have to be what you see.
Mhm.
Think
Yeah.
beyond what I am doing now.
Mhm.
You can do better than me.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that part about it. So
Mhm.
I will be going in the classroom. I also want to move on to do my master's right after too. Next
No
September.
break.
Yeah, I
No.
want to do my master's in curriculum development.
Okay.
But even though I want to go in the classroom, I don't think I want to stay there.
Oh.
I I want to go beyond the walls.
Okay.
I want to stay in education,
Yeah.
but beyond the four walls,
Yeah. Yeah.
So go in classroom, get the experience we need it,
Mhm.
and then grow.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like
Box.
I'm one place. I feel
Mhm.
like we have the opportunity
Mhm.
and take it, make the best of it.
Yeah.
So classroom, masters, and then on to the next.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Hope to see you in some leadership roles in years to come.
I take that as a compliment,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that would have mean that, or that means that I'm doing a good job at what
Yeah.
I do a good job at what I do.
Yeah, you're
Is
doing
that
a
what
good
you're
job.
saying?
You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But I hope to see myself in a leadership position someday.
Yeah.
Like I said, I want to go beyond the four walls.
Yeah. I think my piece of advice to you is to not change.
Not change.
Despite the wherever you end up, do not change. Just remain 100% Ariel.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I think that is worthy advice.
Yeah.
I will forever have that etched somewhere in my memory.
Yeah.
That Jeraud said, be yourself at
Yeah, be
all
yourself.
times. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure.
Should have had this from we know when, but
Right?
before the time.
Right time.
Yeah,
It's the right time. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you again.
You don't have any words of advice to leave with the viewers?
Words of advice. I think I'm going to share the advice that was given to me because it makes so much sense that wherever you go, be 100% true to yourself, be 100% true to who you are.
Yeah.
Stand firm on what you believe in, stand for what is right, represent yourself well. But in all that you do, stay true to you.
Yeah.
It's my advice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Right, so there you have it, Christ Talkers. This has been another edition of the Christ Talk podcast with your host, Jeraud, and my guest tonight was Ariel Kellyghan, who you soon will be seeing in spaces.
Spaces.
Yes.
Thank you for having me again.
Yes. Alright. So take care, and I hope one day again we'll have another sit down.
Yes, and I hope when I come to the next sit down, it's in a studio.
Oh yes.
And a big thing, and
Yes.
you know, I said yes. I was here when it was smaller.
I'm claiming it.
I'm putting it out in the universe. When I come back, it's in your own space, studio space, and we have all the equipment that we need, the big equipment, and I have a director saying, Ariel, lights, camera, action.
I'm claiming it, Ariel.
All right, thank you for having me, Jeraud.
Thank you for being here. All right. Yes. And walk good.
Walk good, my friend.
All right. I'll see you guys in the next one.